G'day guys, welcome to another video. We are here in the south part of Indonesia, Rote Island, and we're on the very south coast of Rote Island, so we can't get closer to Australia than what we are right now. It's straight over that way behind me, and we are trying to get into this place called Oeseli. It's a tiny little lagoon in here, and on the maps it looks very shallow to get into. It's very weather protected and very beautiful, and there's a couple of good other little places to go stand up paddling, and we really want to go in there, but the maps don't tell us anything. There's no channel markers, anything like that. So what we've done is anchored out front here in 8 meters of water. It's about an hour before high tide, and we're going to get in the dinghy and go and look at it. But first I'm going to actually fly the drone over it to get an idea from the top where the channel sort of goes. Then we're going to go in with snorkel mask, going to swim a bit in the sketchy zones and drop a weighted line over the side and just measure sort of how deep it is. How are you feeling about this?
Well, I'm feeling okay. I just hope it's gonna be able, because it's new moon, it's not full moon, so maybe it's not the best high tide to go. But anyway, it's good to just having a look around, even if we can't, just to watch a bit how it is.
Yeah, that was the other point. We need 2.5 meters minimum of water, so we can only go in here on a full moon tide or a new moon tide, and then either we only stay 2 days maximum or 2 weeks until the next big tide. So we're only going to stay 2 days this time because we need to be back in Nirwana for the trimaran race on the weekend. So we're just going to go in there and check it out. Anyway, here's the drone footage.
What do you think about?
Well, yeah, it doesn't look very promising from the drone, to be honest. The sand channel just goes in and then stops, and then you can see here there's fish traps, stone walls that they've built. Just on the drone footage I'll be like, no, we're not going in there, but we will go and look with the dinghy, and because they could be 3 meters under the water right now, I'm hoping. So we're going to go and check it out anyway, but not a good first impression.
Such a pro.
Shitty end fell. Every time I see it, it pisses me off.
So we're gonna use the white belt of diving to see how deep it is, but for me it looks already quite shallow here.
It's still not high tide either. It should come up another 15-20 centimeters yet. Alright. my sort of limit.
This one looks more shallow.
Still
2.5 to almost 3.
nearly 3 meters.
That's pretty tricky. So all of these little plastic bottles and ropes are for the culture of agar-agar. The whole island of Rote, they are doing this culture and sending it on the Chinese market. They seem to quite liking it. But the problem with the sailboat is if you sail too close and you get tangled in this kind of ropes, it can be really dangerous.
It's all the same depth pretty much. It's around 2.5 to 3 meters at nearly high tide, so it's going to come up slightly more. So it's not too bad, but we'd have about this much under the bottom of the keel. Which if it's calm, it's alright, and it is calm, so...
Yeah, you think it's enough, Cal?
Yeah.
So we checked the bay, it's all around 3 meters. I find that a little bit sketchy, but I am not the captain. The captain seems to say it's okay. And anyway, I'm quite happy he took this decision, because we are for 1 week in a really rocky anchorage, and I am dreaming a little bit of a bay calm to spend one night.
Yeah, I think it's doable. I normally always want to have at least a meter of water under the keel. And this situation I won't have. We have 2 meters to the water line, and here there's 3 or 4 spots where it's 2.5 meters, so there's not much leeway there. But yeah, I think it's doable. And the good thing is it's calm in there. If there was any sort of waves and the boat was going up and down 1/2 meter, obviously I wouldn't go for it. But the tide's still rising for another hour, and there's another 10 centimeters coming still. So, you know, if we do touch something, we can probably... Yeah, it's a bit sketchy to be honest. But yeah, I think we'll be fine. You know, what's life without a little bit of risk? We'll give it a crack.
We passed the more sketchy part, I think, but we have to take care. It's quite scary because you can really see it's super shallow, but in fact it's 3 meters, so it's gonna be okay. But yeah, like your instinct feelings are like, it's not really a good idea. What a nice and peaceful place. It's some traditional hut. A lovely calm bay. I'm sure it's gonna be more comfortable to stay here.
I'm thirsty. He grinned as he stumbled through the bar. Well, he said, give me some more love, give me some love, give it all. His breath clearly said it all. His car was parked behind the back door. Tuxedo black, El Camino 1969. Well, he said, give me some more love, give me some love, give it all. His filthy fingers said it all. Yeah.
How cool was that?
Super nice. This year we didn't have a lot of occasion to explore in nature, and yeah, that was super good. It's super calm, water super clear, and yeah, the landscape is quite crazy here. It was a super nice moment.
Yeah, this place is called Telaga, Nirwana, and it's quite well known, I guess, amongst Indonesian tourists, and I guess people who came to Rote, you know, tourists before, but there's no one here now. And it's quite spectacular. One of the first times we've used our Indiana paddle boards this year, just because we haven't really been in like flat water situations much. Awesome. Hope you like these shots of the little Telaga Nirwana. Yeah, pretty crazy to see how this channel changed. Pretty good to come and look at it now, because we didn't take the deepest part over the fish tracks where the ladies are sitting now. We went actually straight over top of them, and there would have been a deeper part. I mean, it's okay, we didn't touch anything, but it must have been pretty close. Yeah, there's a lot of water moving through here. There's a big current down there. 10-20 centimeters of water now. Yeah, definitely a full tide operation, and probably in 3 or 4 more days time we won't get out, so we have to leave the day after tomorrow is the last day with a bit of good tide. Anyway, interesting stuff. It's a lot of red and white.
Yeah, we are in Oeseli, a tiny village, and I think the last National Day they decide to paint all the village with the colors of Indonesia, merah putih, red and white, and it's quite nice. It's a bit weird, but it makes it like a happy village to have all these colors around.
They didn't paint the cows.
No, they didn't paint the cows, but they paint the coconut trees, they paint the fence, the houses, the rocks. I think that's already a lot.
Yeah, you're a lucky cow. You could have been red and white. Would have been a red front and a white back, or half and half, up and down?
No, just the line. Up red and white on the bottom.
Look at this red and white fence.